Sagar here with your next instalment of our Keeping in Touch videos. I hope that you and your families are well. It's been such a pleasure this week to catch up with some of our Year 10 students and their families, and to hear all about the work that they've been doing at home, and to know a little bit more about their experiences throughout this time. We're so proud of everything that all of our students are doing, and the resilience that you've shown in keeping up with your work that has been sent to you, and also for admitting when it's been a little bit more of a challenge and you've needed some extra help. You should be really proud of yourselves, as we are of you. If you've been keeping in touch with our school social media platforms, you'll know that there have been, and there continue to be, lots of opportunities for you. You might decide that you want to listen to some inspirational speakers through the Speakers for School platform. You can hear about other people's achievements, their lives, and perhaps they can offer you some guidance that you'd really value at this time. You might also decide that you want to be involved with one of the LFC Foundation sessions that they have available for all young people. Perhaps you're happy though just keeping up with the challenges that Miss Gore and the rest of the PE department keep sending out to you. Well done for this. There are also opportunities for you to watch virtual professional theatre companies release some of their material. This would be a great opportunity for you. Don't miss out on this. Lots of you have been engaging in the challenges that your teachers have been setting you in school. I've seen some fantastic persuasive pieces of writing that have been delivered to the English department, so well done for this and keep it up. You could well be wondering why I have some strange props in front of me today. It's not just because I haven't tidied up, but I will explain to you what I have. I have some Lego, a bowl and a globe. All will become clear. So the Lego, let's start with this. My children really like playing with Lego. They love building different items. They have a whole Lego city and it's fantastic. But often they'll come to me and say, oh Mum, you know that hospital that we built? Well, a bit broke off it, so we decided we'd take it all down and we'd build something else. At first I thought, well, you've made a hospital, it's brilliant. Why do you want to dismantle it and build something else? But actually, what they then build is something different. They're still using the same existing parts. They use their successes from what they've already built, and maybe think and reflect upon the things that they want to change to make their next building, their next construction even better. What about the bowl then? You probably can't quite see, but this bowl has a big chip out the side. It's got quite a few cracks in it. I'm not sure it's going to withstand much more cereal in there, and part of me thinks I should throw this away. But what I wanted to share with you is this idea about how we can use items that have flaws or reflect upon parts of our lives that maybe we feel are flawed, especially now during these challenging times, and think about how those flaws actually become something that shape us in the future. How we can use those to enhance what we have moving forwards. Some of you will be aware of the Japanese art of kintsugi, and what this is where pottery or precious items are broken and then put back together using gold. And the idea is that the gold highlights the flaws. It becomes part of the history, it becomes something beautiful. And as we move forwards and we start to rebuild our community, the Prenton community and our wider communities, how do we use what's happened to us over the last few months? How do we use that as part of our history to help forge what our future is going to be like? Well, some of us have taken this time to reflect upon building new skills, having new achievements, doing lots of different activities that perhaps we haven't before. You've already started to rebuild or to carry on with all of the good things that you have in your communities. Lastly is the globe. Now, I actually wanted to talk to you about William Shakespeare's Globe Theatre, but short of having a scaled model of the Globe Theatre in my house, this was the next best thing. In the 1600s, during a performance of Henry VIII, the Globe Theatre actually burnt down as one of the cannons was lit and set fire to the whole theatre. But instead of thinking, well, that's gone now, we no longer have the Globe Theatre, what the community did then was to rebuild. They took their best parts of the old Globe Theatre, they reflected upon things that perhaps they wanted to change, and they moved ahead and they created a new and improved Globe Theatre. So, If some of you are still thinking, Mrs. Sagar, we're still not sure where you're going with your props, give your children their Lego back, put your bowl back in the cupboard and put the globe back wherever you got that from. Well, let me just summarise for you. Some of you, some of us, have found that during these times we've reflected upon our past. We've reflected upon the things that are happening to us right now within our community. And we're starting to rebuild, we're starting to think about how we take those elements and how we start to carve out our future. Some of us perhaps are feeling a little bit lost, like we're not sure what that's going to be like. How will we rebuild our community? Well, think about the Lego. Yes, some parts of it might have come apart, might have broken off, but we can rebuild and we will rebuild and we'll make something that's even better than what we had originally. Think about the bowl. Should I just throw this away? Probably. But if we think about the ideas of the gold and how we can enhance floors and how we can use them to really highlight our history and to move ahead, perhaps we should think about how we can do that with our communities, how we can enhance what perhaps wasn't right before, how we can use that and how we can learn from that. And then lastly, our globe theatre. Just because something perhaps has gone from what we had previously doesn't mean we can't rebuild and make something even more amazing. And I know that as part of the parenting community, you all can do that. Take care.